is seen as a gateway to future opportunities, but for many young people, access to digital skills and tools remain a challenge. But Richard Miruka is doing something to change that. That is why we're here at Kibera to tell you of an initiative that he has started to empower young people with digital skills. You are rightly tuned in. This is Take on Tech. My name is Stephanie Ayeta.
Kenya's Digital Superhighway agenda is expanding internet connectivity, digital government services, and technology adoption across the country. But while national policies continue to shape the future, one community initiative is quietly transforming lives from the ground up. In the heart of Kibera, one of Africa's largest informal settlements, technology is creating opportunities where many once saw only limitations. For hundreds of young people here, learning to code is no longer a distant dream. It is becoming a pathway to employment, entrepreneurship, and hope. The Kibera Bootcamp Initiative was founded on a simple but powerful belief that talent exists everywhere, even where opportunities do not. Its founder, Richard Miruka, was inspired after helping a friend acquire digital skills that eventually secured her employment. That single success story became the foundation for a much bigger mission, giving underserved youth the skills they need to compete in today's digital economy.
After getting a job with NCBA, I asked myself, now that I live in Kibera and I see many young people who don't have an opportunity, what can we actually do to change their lives? Many of them probably having done Form 4 or even colleges. So one of the things that happens in the field of ICT is the fact that there are so many opportunities that are there, not just limited to Kenya, but global opportunities. And that is how the idea to actually start such a bootcamp and school actually came into place.
Okay.
And that is how now we partnered with different people, different organizations to bring this up. Because I think sometimes when you have such an idea, it is not possible to begin alone.
To execute alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have you been able to accomplish over the years? You can walk me through as you tell me about it.
All right. So I think for the last 2 years, we have trained a number of people. Particularly not just here in Kibera, but to be specific here in Kibera, I have some success stories of students who have been here and now probably working or building their own products by themselves. Because I think that is very important, that the success of any project will also be determined by the success stories that you have.
Absolutely.
So at least I have one who is working at Equity, I have one who is working at NCBA.
In the IT field?
Yes, in the IT field.
Okay.
Yeah, through the skills that you have trained them with, so that they are now in those fields.
Okay.
Yes.
From doing this, what are some of the challenges that you have identified that are limiting people from accessing these opportunities that are there?
One, I would begin by saying, of course, resources are always a challenge, if you were to put it that way. But for the young people that are here, I think the challenge that we have is lack of patience.
Okay.
Because they can come, but for someone to be patient for probably 6 to 8 months to train on a skill, so that they can become market ready. Many of them are not probably willing to give
take
themselves
that long.
Yeah, to take that long. You know, now with the microwave generation, people want to quick fix things. Yes.
Supported by a team of volunteer trainers, the bootcamp introduces learners to computer literacy before advancing into web development using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as programming with Python. The philosophy behind the program is simple. Technology should be accessible to everyone, regardless of where they come from or the circumstances they were born into. But today's digital economy demands more than technical knowledge.
Here we equip fellow youth with technological skills, basically coding, programming. We teach them the languages that are there, JavaScript, Python. So this is so as to keep up with whatever is happening around the world. Yeah. So these are the students. It's a Kibera Youth Initiative where we have collaboration with Tawun, as you can see there, and we teach them like basically coding skills. Technology does not get to distinguish whether you're from the first or the third world, and it's inclusive of every individual. And so it is our conviction that everyone ought to be included, be it you coming from Kibera or from maybe San Francisco or whatever place that could be. So everyone should be counted in the technological field. And so this is why we're here, so that everyone may be counted at the end of it all.
Recognizing this, the program combines coding with artificial intelligence, leadership development, employability skills, and mentorship, ensuring graduates leave with both technical competence and workplace readiness. To further strengthen employment prospects, the initiative partners with Ajira Digital, introducing participants to freelancing, remote work, and opportunities within the growing gig economy.
Part of what we do is to train on skills. The challenge comes whereby now after you've gotten those skills, what happens or how do you go about it? And that is why we partner with Ajira Digital, because it helps them to prepare for employability and being marketable to the market. You can have the skills, but without marketing yourself, I would say it's just like winking for a girl in the dark.
For many learners, this exposure represents their first opportunity to connect with global digital markets, and the results are already beginning to show. Some graduates have secured employment within Kenya's growing technology sector. Others are developing their own digital products and exploring entrepreneurial ventures, proving that the right skills can change not only individual lives but entire communities. Among those benefiting is Mwanasiti Ali, who says the program is helping transform a long-held dream into reality by giving her practical skills and confidence to pursue a career in technology. Isaac Maundu tells a similar story. Having never used a computer during his high school education, he began by learning basic computer packages. Today, he is progressing steadily toward becoming a software developer, a journey that once seemed impossible.
Actually, from the first that I started with computer packages, then after that I took another step to programming, and actually it has really made my dreams to come true, because actually I've always dreamed to be a web developer.
Wow, that's nice. So now you're able to do full programming, or you're still learning?
No, I'm still learning, because I've actually started with HTML, then CSS, then now we are in JavaScript. Yeah, no, so I'm just a beginner.
All right, nice. What is your aspiration after you finish this? What do you envision for yourself?
Actually, after I finish this, I actually dream of having a job, and after having a job, to educate others who want these opportunities, so that it can also help them as I actually have been helped with it.
My name is Isaac Maundu, a student here at Tawun College.
Yeah.
Right here, I'm actually operating under Free Code Camp, and I'm working on functions. Okay.
So this is coding.
Yeah,
that
this
you're
is
doing?
coding. Yeah, JavaScript, and working basically on the functions. Yeah. So this is a workshop that I'm trying to do here. You're given instructions there, and then you manipulate whatever the codes you're being told to do, and then they'll automatically appear on this side of the console.
Okay.
So right here are the instructions where you write the code, and where the console where the output will be placed.
Okay, sounds interesting.
Yes.
Now, I'd want to get to know, how has your experience been since you joined? What were you doing before you came here, and how has this benefited you?
Okay. Well, I started coming here at Tawun.
Anza tena, I started coming.
How has your experience been?
Usimwangalie.
On this.
Just unaweza angalia tu hata hapa. Si lazima uangalie straight to the camera. Sawa?
Sawa.
Okay, sawa.
The first time I came here was actually in 2025, immediately after I'd completed my KCSE examinations. To be fair enough, I say it was quite difficult for me, because it was the first time experiencing how to work with computers and everything, because basically in high school I never undertook computer as my technical. I did another thing, basically. Now, yeah, that was then. I was not doing anything else. I just came straight, fresh from high school, and started learning from computer packages. Those packages, not coding at that time. And then eventually, in September the same year, 2025, I joined campus, Catholic University of Eastern Africa. And then this year, from April, I'm actually, currently I'm on my long holiday as a freshman in campus. And now then I decided to come back again and do coding, this programming. Well, I'll say beginning from packages, getting to understand how to operate the computer and doing things like typing and everything, it made things clearer and a bit easier for me. So right now I can type my computer, I can access anything that I want because basically I have the basic knowledge of it all. Yeah, that's it.
All right. What is your goal? What do you aim to achieve from this? How do you see it benefiting you in future?
Well, I believe from how things are going, actually, the technology is actually taking over everything globally. And I think for me, just getting this basic knowledge on technology, on computers and everything, I believe I might be able, as the changes come, I think I'll be ready enough to comply and maybe adapt myself to the new things.
These personal stories reflect a much bigger national conversation. As artificial intelligence, automation, and digital services continue reshaping industries across the world, demand for digital talent is rising rapidly.
AI is good and is also an industry disruptor, as I've mentioned before. But also AI has its limits in terms of hallucination. And so there is something called prompt engineering, that once they have access to the internet and the tools that are required, they can actually be trained to actually use AI as a multiplier and as a tool for their productivity. Because without that training, then AI doesn't become useful to you. In fact, with a good use of AI, you can actually develop systems and automations that will help to make your work easier. Whether you actually tech savvy or not, as long as you understand how to actually work with AI.
Kenya has positioned itself as one of Africa's leading technology hubs, but sustaining that growth will require investments that reach every community, including those traditionally left behind. Miruka believes expanding digital infrastructure and establishing more community technology hubs will allow thousands more young people to access life-changing opportunities. His message is clear. The future of Kenya's digital economy should not be determined by where someone is born, but by the opportunities they are given.
We have places like Majengo, Dandora, and Huruma that we are trying to run this project, especially in the underserved communities. And what we want to do, and I think part of why also I am vying for the NYC presidency, is to try to ensure that we have enough labs according to the government agenda, the bottom-up economic agenda, in the sense that we can actually have all these hubs within the 1,450 wards countrywide, because they will help in terms of tapping this raw talent that has very many young people who are innovative and skillful once they get this talent. Because right now we are doing it in very small capacities in whatever you are doing. But if you were to have this in every ward, probably somewhere that can hold at least 500 young people, not just in Nairobi and in the underserved areas, but in the whole of Kenya, then definitely we would have enough raw talent that now propels our economy in terms of the productivity that we have. So the goal is to ensure that in as much as we have started small, we can actually now get into those spaces whereby we can have bigger spaces and bigger platforms to train more young people so that they can have the skills required in this modern age and time.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
So finally, if you were to give a recommendation to the government based on what you experience with the learners in the underserved areas, what would you say is needed, or what should the government do?
Actually, what is required is infrastructure. Infrastructure is so much required, and I know successive governments, current government is trying, but I think there should be more in terms of looking at the Kenya's population. Over 75% is young people. So the more they invest in that infrastructure, the more they're investing in Kenya's future through the young people, so that they can be thoroughly trained, they can be thoroughly equipped to not only be workers for our country, but also workers globally, so that they can help now our economy to grow not only from what we get in Kenya, but also from outside the country.
Okay.
Yes.
With your aspiration for the National Youth Council, if you're to get the presidency, will you still continue with what you're doing?
In fact, this is one of the things that is pushing me to actually do that, because my aspiration is to ensure that we actually we run with the digital infrastructure and the digital superhighway to equip the young people of Kenya. There are many who probably don't have such a platform, but if this is something that we pushed as policy to the government, then we will have many others trained, and you would realize with these opportunities and trainings, the level of unemployment goes down, because many young people now have opportunities worldwide, not just limited to Kenya. Considering that probably our economy is not able to provide such platforms, the government is not in a position to employ all the youths in Kenya. It has to depend on the private sector. So there will be a bloom in the private sector. There will also be a bloom in terms of the workers that are coming from Kenya that can actually work worldwide, and many other organizations will actually be sourcing for talent from Kenya.
The Kibera Bootcamp Initiative demonstrates that when determination meets access to knowledge, extraordinary things can happen. From complete beginners learning their first computer skills to aspiring software developers building careers in technology, this grassroots movement is proving that innovation can flourish anywhere. One community, one learner, one line of code at a time. Technology is no longer confined in laboratories or corporate boardrooms. It is transforming classrooms, financial institutions, and communities, empowering ordinary people to solve extraordinary challenges. From artificial intelligence making financial services smarter, to students developing innovative solutions, and young people in Kibera building careers through coding. The digital future is already here, and Kenya is playing an active role in shaping it.
That's it. You've had it. Tell us what you think about this. Do we need more of such initiatives in order to bridge the digital divide? You can talk to us at KBC Channel 1. The hashtag is TakeOnTech. I will meet you next week, same time, same place. Until then, keep innovating, keep tech.